All right. Well, I do think that we need to touch on. So, Michigan went out and beat Indiana yesterday. It was a smackdown. Like they were. Indiana is clearly like a shell of what we thought that they could be this season. And Illinois went into Wisconsin and beat the Badgers without Ayo Dosunmu, despite Dimitri Trice going just bonkers in the final 2 minutes. That was fun to watch. I thought that he was going to bring them all the way back. So, one, I think this was huge for Illinois long term. We kind of touched on this yesterday, but it's huge for Illinois long term because it's teaching these young guys how to step up and win without having to rely on Ayo Dosunmu doing it all. And I think that that's very important for them in March on a night where, maybe Ayo doesn't have his best game or Kofi gets in foul trouble or teams are able to sit on Ayo's right hand and kind of take him away. So I thought that that's really significant what they were doing. But what I do want to talk about is after the game, did you see Brad Underwood's comments?
I heard about him. I didn't see him, but I heard about him.
He basically said he basically lobbed a grenade at Juwan Howard saying that they were avoiding games because Michigan did not play Illinois on that Thursday after they came out of their pause and their shutdown. Which, look, I understand that you're frustrated if you're Brad Underwood, and I understand that you probably wanted to play that game in that moment so you could try to get that win. Like that was the most advantage you have. But I really don't think that you want to poke the bear in this situation where Michigan's playing their best basketball of the season, and you may or may not have your first team All-American potential national player of the year.
Yeah, I think why not?
Piss him off right now.
No, but I think why not? You got to try to rattle him, do something different because you're clearly outmanned. So you might as well try something different here. Now as far as what he's saying, I understand it. But I also feel like, hey, if you're Michigan, you're going to be smart about this. And you're watching what Scott Drew did. And honestly, Scott Drew wasn't smart about it. He should have waited longer and said, we're not playing against Iowa State. We're going to get in more practices. I feel like, again, you got to protect the equity that you built up. And Michigan did that, and Baylor didn't.
Mm-hmm. And I think the best way to say it is this. Brad Underwood is not wrong for being frustrated that he wasn't able to get that game. Juwan Howard is not wrong for making sure that he did not play that game if he didn't feel that his team was ready. Both coaches are doing what's best for their team, and I think that that's what they're supposed to do. That's their job. I think that we finally made it, Jeffrey, because we have bots popping up in the comments section asking us if we want to be famous so we can buy followers. So I would not click that. That is not a sponsor that we're getting paid.
I will not click that.
We're getting paid by our partners over at Bet Rivers. Those are the guys that go to Bet Rivers. Don't go to whatever this big follow. Please don't go to bigfollows.com. We don't need anyone turning into Russian bots.
No.